Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. It's Monday, January 31st. I'm pretty hyped. I'm usually hyped when GameStop is just following a pattern, and oftentimes that's down. I'm like, I saw this happening or saw this coming. I get discouraged when it goes out of that pattern. Today is a special day, a special anomaly day where I'm hyped because it's going up and because of predictions. We're going to talk about that and the options and this huge rotation to small caps. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Here's our Twitter. You can follow us at Happy Money YT. And we have Discord. Link for that. Servers in description. Yeah, so big rotation seems like into all these small caps, micro caps, mid caps that have been basically just hit hard since November, and GME is part of that. There's at least 40 charts that look very similar to this, where huge amounts of value have just been taken out, wiped out. This is honestly just a repeat of Honor was saying, what, September, August, where these were all running together. We've got Microvision, Workhorse, Root, Foresight, Autonomous, BNGOs. Even it's crazy how that just this whole rotation into these and really into potential short squeezes and probably shorts, maybe not squeezing, but shorts covering, because they've had this massive short run really, and market's now the market's rallying, and they're causing them to short, or rather to cover their short, because they're getting to a point where it's not much, there's too much buying pressure. So that kind of doesn't make GME seem as cool because it's not like this crazy outlier, but I do think that's kind of the case. That being said, I mean, GME is definitely very special in that group, but overall I think that the rotation into these kind of micro caps and small caps, always ones that have been heavily shorted since November, has started, and we're seeing them now start to rip and rally. SPY rallying again, breaking out of this resistance from back here. We've got some plays on that. Kind of what we were saying with the upside. It looked like it was upside from yesterday, Friday. Our positions on there, though, they were up like 30-something% in just an hour or so. So I closed at them on Friday, which is right here. It was also oversold, which was fine. I mean, today opened up a little down. I actually waited to go long again on SPY just because I figured it'd cool off. But, you know, it's SPY. It doesn't cool off. It just goes up. And then it pulls out the RSI when it's flat. So once it was about here, I went long again on it. And, yeah, it's just been melting out today. So, yeah, crazy. GameStop, nice little rally today. Very controlled and calm. Nothing crazy. No crazy volatility spikes. You know, it's very natural looking today, I would say, compared to sometimes. And we start to see that as they start to roll positions, cover FTDs, whatever. On hourly, it was kind of starting to look like little head and shoulders here, but I think we're kind of breaking out to the upside of that, which is nice. Or maybe this isn't head and shoulders, kind of like a W. Weird. On the daily, as we were seeing before, on the 4 hour and the daily, we had this RSI divergence happening, what, here and here, and even the daily too. And today, if we close this high, we're going to have a bullish MACD crossover. Everything's looking good for this to actually be the floor. And what I'm most hyped about is, well, first of all, the data, but then after the data, since we're looking at the chart, I'll just show you. This looks like the trough that we're talking about. This line right here, I said this is probably the earliest we'll start seeing basically upward price action, or the lowest point. We could see it earlier, but historically this would be the first day, which is the 7th of February. And then this is around here's earnings. It's not been announced yet, but this might be the peak if it is a pinch. However, this could be the beginning of the squeeze, and then I don't know how long that will take, or how high it will go. But yeah, it's crazy because I think the squeeze could start at any time. I think it could also play out to where we're having their failed delivers and they're covering and closing, or sorry, rolling over, and we're getting to this high price because they're having to do that. And then GameStop has this crazy earnings announcement, and then it goes from there, because they'll be the most vulnerable, I think, once it's high. I mean, when it's high, they're the most vulnerable. So anyways, what makes me happy inside? He's so happy. This again, it looks like here, but more so the actual real trough, what I thought this was, but it's actually here. So just like back here, we had this kind of false breakout and then made new lows. But then look what happened. Bounced, retested sort of, and then ripped. I think today is the 131. I think today is this day. 10-11. I think it's also this day. 8-9. I think we're at that point in the trough. So right here on this trough, or right here on that one. So I think we kind of do maybe a little rally up, maybe some consolidation, and then probably a little dump before they start to cover. Yeah, that's my prediction. That's kind of what I've been saying the last few days. But what I like about today is that it's actually lining up very close to us being on this specific day, what it looks like. Because even on this day, look, looks like they were able to short it back down because that big wick, but that was kind of the first big day breaking out to the upside. Tried to pull MACD bullish, didn't quite do it. This day was a bigger day, shorted a little bit, but bigger upside day, and kind of the first day to really swing the momentum. So I'm still kind of predicting somewhat of this and then a drop, but not a new low. I think it'll probably retest maybe 100. But that being said, it's possible that we just go up from here. It just goes crazy. You know, all bets are off. After we've seen this in February, it just goes crazy. I think all bets are off. But I think we also could just repeat the pattern we're in and then see, you know, price action. Similar to this, similar to maybe 350, maybe 250. But now let's look at the data. SPY's coming down. I wonder if I should sell this spread I have and buy back in. I'll just hold it. Oh, SPY's really making a move, actually. The data actually, who was it? Yeah, it was Don. He shared the Ortex data. So there's been quite a few reasons I've thought that this is going to be the squeeze and not just another pinch. Mostly just price action, the chart, how everything's lining up different this time than it has on this pinch, on that one, and on that one. So it's happened more or less 4 times, and none of the times have we made new lows and dropped low like a Volkswagen dip. None of the times have we been this low on the RSI. As well as other data. I won't go into it, but yeah, that's why I'm thinking, as well as all these potential catalysts that are here from the company. Back here, we thought, oh, this is it. This is the final dip. SEC's got this new rule, this new regulation, DTCC, whatever. It was always these different external DTCC excitement things that don't do anything or mean anything for us at this point. And it was never GameStop. I mean, yeah, it was earnings. We thought they could always do something, but the NFT marketplace truly seems like it's ready to be whatever it is. It seems like they will have it ready to be announced by their earnings in March. And if we are at this vulnerable spot already, I don't see why it wouldn't cause crazy bullish momentum, tons of buying, institutional, big players. And also we have the support of all the small caps and medium caps right now that are all kind of having shorts covered from this massive shorting campaign they've been on for the last 2-3 months. SPY's come down a little bit here, but let me show you. So it looks like this was kind of crazy. Bank shared this. Confirmed NFT features will be added to redesigned GameStop app in the future. Update redesigned Android version will be released soon. I guess they're adding NFT features onto their app. I don't know what exactly it will entail, but that's legit. Also, there's speculation that Microsoft will actually be building the NFT marketplace and GameStop will somehow be involved with that. I know they have a partnership, so I'm not sure how tied in they'll be with the marketplace or if they just are doing profit sharing with it or whatever. But that to me actually seems pretty plausible. It might be GameStop's whole marketplace, its whole thing, but it might be somehow partnered with Microsoft to build this this NFT marketplace. And Loopring, maybe with they've always hinted at this preferred or high level partner or whatever they say. maybe it wasn't GameStop, maybe it's always been Microsoft. But at any rate, I think it's tied in with GameStop. And if it's GameStop or Microsoft, it'd be good. But if it's Microsoft, I mean, I don't know. I'm curious on how GameStop would be exactly correlated with it. I think there's maybe some DDs on that. I just haven't read into it. But either way, it would be legit, because either way, that's a reputable company that people know, and it probably would have all the market share of NFT transactions, I would think, before too long at all. Okay, the Ortex data. So the Ortex data on GameStop, and we're starting to see it. So real quick, I'll show you. So you're familiar. Good old iBorrow desk. Remember this chart we'd always look at early on? Look at this. Look at this. 150,000 shares, 300,000 shares. Yeah, whatever. It fluctuates up and down. Synthetics. It's slowly been climbing our borrow fee for one. It was at 0.8 for almost a whole year. Maybe go up to 1% every now and then. Look, just in the last few trading days. It's trending up. This is the first time we've seen this. 1.2, huge. 1.4. These are big increases. 1.3, 1.5. You can just imagine that on a chart, just climbing upstairs. It hit 3% today. Now it's back to 2.9, but it's trending up. We haven't seen 3% almost in a whole year, the borrow fee. It's still low, but this is 100% higher than it was here. And even more than 100% a few days ago. So that's one of the, I think, kind of the cracks that we're seeing, and little slit in the curtain to see the puppet master, if you will. Ortex data on GameStop also makes this look like we are not going to have another pinch, but we are going to freaking short squeeze. And it's even without GameStop news or anything, just based on their crappy position that the shorts are in on this. So days to cover is going crazy. This is a yearly chart. So if you look back here, this is March, this is February. Look at the days to cover. Look how much that's gone up. Utilization. Look, this is also a yearly chart. It's at 86. It's higher than it was in March. So March is when we hit 350. Yeah. So utilization of short interest. This is short interest. As we know, since January, they've used many other tools other than just shorting straight up GME shares. They use ETFs. They use option chain. They just naked short. They use the dark pools, whatever, all that stuff. Short interest charts for GME. That utilization is the big one that was like, wow, I did all those. That's me. Yep. And then also the days to cover. That's huge. That's bigger than we saw even at the beginning. There's the same one. We already opened that. They all look the same. Short interest charts. Oh, this line right here. Exchange reported short interest. So since they're getting stuck in using their options to suppress the price and using ETFs to suppress the price, and so they're having to revert, I believe, back to actual GME shares, and that's why we're seeing the borrow fee go up, and the days to cover go up, and the amount of shares is fluctuating finally. Cost to borrow is what downward trade. It's back in April, so I guess on here it's showing April. I thought it was March, maybe it was in April too. Yep, look at this. This is the cost to borrow. Is that same as the iBorrow desk is showing? I'm high. I shouldn't have had a coffee before this. Oh yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I didn't read that other stuff. Basically, I'm pretty hyped. I don't think it's gonna start doing these big 20, 30, 50%, 100% days necessarily this week. It could, but I still think we're kind of in this pattern. I think we're kind of still in this algo rolling over covering pattern, and I think we're about here. So that'd put us kind of 2 weeks before liftoff, depending up to, let's see if it was back here. Yeah, up to 2 weeks, and maybe even as little as like 8 trading days. I don't know. I'm stoked either way. So back here you can see once we flipped bullish on the MACD on the daily, it even still was, like just about a week. And this time it flipped back bearish briefly when it retested. So I'm trying to be patient. I almost got into more plays today. I'm like, patience, patience, patience. This is a good move today. I've got, I'll just quickly show you guys the options we have going on. So I do have some exposure for today. What did we do? Sold short, about to open. I opened up some bullish hood plays this morning. I think actually they worked out really well. Hood's starting to rip. Hood might actually like short squeeze also. That thing has just been shorted so much since it IPO'd, and now it seems like shorts are starting to cover. I didn't even look at that chart, but it's doing pretty well, I think. It would be really funny if Hood had a short squeeze rally when GME was popping. Oh, those aren't doing well. What the heck? Oh, those are my old ones. Remember I had old ones, so I got more time. I got $15 calls. I actually got these early in the morning, which I typically don't. These were up, but I think the move's probably still coming. And then this call debit spread. So this is not a huge position, but it'll be nice. Let me look at Hood really quick. SPY's coming down a little bit, but it'll go back up. I think SPY's gonna not retest the highs, but retest one of those supports or resistances. Yeah, I think Hood might have a rally. My same deal with SPY. I think it'll probably come up, retest at the very least kind of the 450, probably maybe 460, 465, maybe even this prior resistance up here of 472. We'll just see. We'll see how long this rally, and I think it'll be on this trip, on this. Yeah, I think we're doing it now, basically. Hood, SPY. That's my call debit spread on SPY. Wow, it's actually down a little bit now. I should have closed it. Should just close it and bought back in. Oh well. Birds, I was able to actually close one of my covered calls for 5 cents. The options on there are so weird. So I opened those for 10 cents and then I just put in an order today because the minimum's 5. I'm like, there's 18 days left on it. I might as well try and close it. For 5, I just receive half the premium. I actually closed my short put, my 95 short put on GME, just because I thought it was probably going to come down some. And it's actually held up really well, but it looks like it's coming down now with the SPY. And it'll probably kind of consolidate and come down, maybe not till the end of the week or even next week. I think we're trading a higher range though, and I think GameStop this is the last time you're going to see it at this price. Maybe forever. Like this market cap, because they might have a share split and then it trades at $40 a share, but the market cap might be 50 billion or whatever. So I think this is the last in this range, maybe not this specific price 106, but between probably like 92 and 110, I think is the last time you're gonna kind of see it in that range. Our plays for this week on GameStop, this put credit spread. This is a nice one. I need to close above 96 for that. I almost actually closed that and bought back in. I don't know how much I want to be in and out of these though. The spreads on them on GME are kind of suck, so I don't want to be actively trading it a whole lot. Some of the guys in Discord do, and I don't know. I'm kind of looking for the more longer moves. This one, I need more price action. Probably just be happy to break even on this one. I need 120 by Friday to break even. 150 is max gain on that. I haven't opened up any new plays on GME though. Close the short put, so I do have some buying power now. And yeah, SPY. Oh, and then BBIG. BBIG is ripping. We had that play from before, and it finally is getting profitable again. Oh, it kind of dumped right there. But this thing might go crazy after hours in the next few days. Chart's looking good. Bullish MACD, green over the 9. Pretty good volume. It's still bearish on the daily, but looking at this, just these candles, it looks nice. Big engulfing candle here. Stepping up also, kind of, I don't know. That looks good to me. Ticking up on the RSI also. This is kind of what I saw with Hood. I just noticed yesterday, I noticed it this morning, yesterday had a bunch of volume on Hood and a big day. And I looked at news and I didn't really see anything. I knew Kathy Wood bought in. I didn't think it was from that, but this big engulfing candle as well as all that volume, I thought that's definitely a bottom. And then this rotation of money that it seems like it's going into these stocks like this one that's just been short of the last 3 months. Made sense. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on Discord. Have a good afternoon. Peace out.